Welcome back to Mom and Money, a mother's journey to financial freedom. I am Nitya Rangarajan and I'm delighted you have joined me for this episode. Last week I shared my journey about earning a few thousand rupees monthly. Today we are diving deeper into one of the most powerful principles that transformed my financial life, the magic of small, consistent savings. If you are a stay at home mom with limited personal income or a full time working mother or somewhere in between, today's strategies will help you build wealth one rupee at a time. And by the end of this episode, you'll have practical tools to start your wealth building journey. Believe me, regardless of your starting point. The first principle is the one salary principle. When my husband and I got married, we made a decision that significantly altered our financial trajectory. We decided to live primarily on one salary and save the other. This might sound impossible in today's economy, but let me share how we made it work. First, we identified which salary would cover our essential expenses like rent, groceries, utilities, and basic necessities. Then we used the second income for three things: saving for big goals, investing for the future, and occasional special experiences. Now, I realize not everyone has two incomes to work with. I understand that. The principle still applies because it's about living below your means, whatever those means are. A modified version that works for any income level is the 50-30-20 rule. Allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. If even 20% feels overwhelming, start with 5% or even 1%. When I first started my salary, I could only set aside 500 rupees or so. It was not the amount that mattered actually, it was establishing the habit. That habit eventually helped me self fund my MBA years later. Second is creating purposeful savings. During my years working at startups, I learned that saving without a purpose rarely sticks. Every rupee I saved was earmarked for specific goals. This means saying no to unnecessary purchases. Much easier. Because I was not just denying myself, I was saying yes to something more important. Let me share a practical system. Create separate savings buckets either through actual separate accounts or through a tracking system. Emergency fund. So for this, you can aim for 3 to 6 months of essential expenses or education fund. Actually, this funded my MBA and home ownership fund, future children's education, retirement savings. So when my son was born, I added a special bucket just for his future. Today's digital banking makes this easier than ever. Remember how I mentioned saving for my MBA? That was not an overnight achievement. It took years of consistent deposits, but when the opportunity arose, I had the financial freedom to seize it without taking on debt. Third is smart saving strategies. As mothers, our time is often as limited as our money. That's why efficiency in saving is crucial. Here are the strategies that worked for me. First, automate everything. Treat your savings like a non negotiable bill. Set up auto transfers that move money to your savings accounts the day after your salary arrives. What you don't see, you won't spend. Secondly, the embrace the 24-hour rule for purchases. When I was tempted by something non-essential, no, I would wait for 24 hours before buying. About 80% of the time, the urge would pass. This simple pause saved me countless rupees. And thirdly, track every expense for 30 days. This exercise can be eye-opening for many. And finally, please celebrate your milestones. And when we reach the savings goal, we would allocate a small portion to enjoy something special. So this positive reinforcement helped us stay motivated on our saving journey. And if you ask me, the fourth important thing that we have to do, we have to teach our children through action. One of my most cherished memories is taking my 6-year-old son to open his first bank account. So children learn financial habits by watching us, isn't it? And when they see us saving consistently and talking positively about money, they internalize these behaviors. So I implemented a simple system with my son that you can try. Three transparent jars labeled spend, save, and share. Whenever he received money, whether from relatives or pocket money or from small chores, we would divide it among the three jars. The spend jar was for immediate wants, save for bigger goals, and share jar was for giving to others or causes he cared about. So, this simple system taught him about delayed gratification and the goal setting and the generosity also, because all these are essential for financial wisdom. And by age 10, he was making remarkably mature decisions about money. Today's financial apps for children make this even easier, isn't it? With digital equivalents of the three jar system, so you can try that also. And I would say, as we wrap up this particular episode, I hope you are feeling inspired to start or strengthen your saving habits. Remember, the journey to financial freedom doesn't require a large income, it requires just intentionality, consistency, and the right strategies. Many listeners have reached out asking for more personalized guidance on creating a savings plan that works for their unique family situation. And that's exactly why I created Millionaire Mom Heal program. In just 3 months, we work together to heal your relationship with money, empower your financial confidence, align your goals with actions, and help you lead your family towards a prosperous future. If you would like to learn more about transforming your family's financial legacy, I invite you to join my community of moms. Next week, we'll explore how to grow your career while balancing family life. And drawing from my experience navigating startups, corporates, and work from home opportunities, I'm going to give you some wonderful tips. Okay, so every small saving is a small step towards your financial freedom. Thank you for joining in. I'll meet you next week.